Hi, in this video we're going to show you how to use the optional inside corner fences to join molding that is wide enough to require 2 keys per miter. The fences come in a set left and right. They're machined aluminum. They have a machined ridge on the underside that rides here in that recessed rail, and they're simply installed in the rail. You slide them in, you can lock them in place anywhere. As sample material, I have some fairly short but tall and substantial floater frame. Frame like this, we certainly would want to use 2 Dovetail keys. Want to get one about here, fairly close to the inside corner, and then the second one a little bit further out. In terms of the key length, well, here we have a frame that is exactly as thick or as tall as our longest key, 2 3/8. So that really wouldn't work. We'd run the risk of breaking through. The next key down is a 46 millimeter 1 13/16. It could be a little bit longer. What I will do is I will route a keyway up to about 1/8 of an inch of the face, and then we have the choice. We can either use a longer key and let it stick out on the back a little bit and simply trim that flush, either with a sharp wood chisel or a little saw. Or we can use a shorter key, drive it in until it's flush, and then use a round steel punch and a hammer and simply recess that key further in until it's here. Okay, so let me set up the machine. The inside corner fences need to be set up exactly symmetrical left and right. And the best way to do that is once I set my routing stroke here, I have the centerline locator mounted on this machine. That is used to do a butt joint or T-joint if you have a strainer frame. It is also helpful to have because it allows you to see very precisely where your keyway will end up along the miter. So it takes some of the guesswork out. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to say, okay, my first key, like I said, I want fairly close to the inside corner. I'm going to set it up like this, and then I'm going to slide over. My second key, I want just about here. So I'm going to slide my inside corner fence over and lock it in place. Now I need to set the opposite stop exactly at the same location to the left. And I can either work off the scale that's recessed here in the table, or a quick and easy trick we found over the years is we can use our square stop as a spacer. And what you do is you simply take off the orange handle and the square nut, flip it upside down. You now have a precisely machined parallel block of aluminum that you use as a spacer. You slide your center plate in here, tighten it up, and now you use your square stop on the other side and slide the left side inside corner fence against it. Now we've got both of them set equidistant to the miter plate, which is centered to the bit. Again, I set it up for my first cut here. Slide it over to the fence. That's my second cut. And like we said, we've got 2 keyways routed straight up, stopping short of coming through the face. Now to assemble this frame, obviously your frame parts would be longer, and you would work on a flat work table with like a mat board as a surface, so you're not scratching or damaging the finish. The short samples here I'm going to assemble here on the machine table. We always recommend that you apply some glue to your miter face. And slide the two pieces together and you see those keyways line up perfectly. You can see this. And we can now take a long key. And as I said, it will stick out a little bit on the back, so that needs to be trimmed flush. Or you can take a key that's a little bit shorter. And you could either leave it flush like this, it'll probably pull that joint just perfectly tight, yeah. Or you could use about 1/8 of an inch round steel punch and a hammer and reset that key a little bit further down. You'll see how tight the joint is. You'll see on the outside edge here, no white line, no cracks. With the inside key here exerts enough pressure to pull that joint tight all the way here to the inside corner.